All right, hello everyone. My name is Lizzie Merrill and I'm here from Ignitia, which is a tropical weather forecasting startup. What we have done is develop a weather forecasting model specifically for the tropics that is twice as accurate as every other forecast out there. And we're using that right now to help actors along the agricultural value chain reduce risk and increase profit. So the problem is, what many people may not know, is that weather works differently in the tropics. The storms are much smaller and they happen much more rapidly. This means that global models are really only around 39% accurate for the region. This is also then being exacerbated by climate change, which is causing more extreme and erratic weather and is rapidly decreasing the number of growing days per year. What we've done to solve this is create a weather model that is over 84% accurate and can get down to a much more specific geography, 3 by 3 kilometers, and to sort of compare, global models tend to forecast on a 25 by 25 kilometer grid. We then send these forecasts directly to small-scale farmers so they're able to increase profits and yields. So why this is particularly important in our current market is in West Africa, where we're currently operating, 96% of the agriculture is rain-fed. This means the farmers' actions are completely dependent on the weather. In fact, they found that up to 80% of weather or yield loss is due to weather-related reasons. This can have massive implications up the supply chain for those that use small-scale farming products in their own. And now, as we expand to the rest of the tropics, this means that we're going to have over 1 billion small-scale farmers whose farms are affected by the weather and who we can potentially impact. So a quick, okay, part of that is not there. Oh, good, there we are. So a quick reflection on exactly how much better we are. You see a forecast comparison here between BBC, which was used as one of the global weather models, and our own. Over 48 hours, you can see that while BBC predicted heavy and light rain over the entirety of West Africa, we were able to pinpoint with a much higher degree of accuracy exactly where and when the storms would occur in a 48-hour period. So what that means is that, as I said before, while global models are around 39% accurate in the region right now, we're actually somewhere above 84% accuracy. So what we've done initially is we've created an SMS-based product for small-scale farmers so that they're able to predict better how to plan their activities, increase their yields and profits. It's not supposed to go forward, sorry. The text message that we send to farmers is incredibly cheap, but it has massive implications on their yields. For instance, we found through our own monitoring and evaluation that an average farmer sees an increase in yield around 60% and an average increase in profit of $400 a year. But this SMS is just the beginning. We're now expanding our product portfolio to have a web-based dashboard and mobile app for consumers, and actually creating a more specific thunderstorm alert and tracker, which will be able to have a 6 to 12-hour lead time on the massive and extreme storms coming your way. We are also now expanding our business model away from small-scale farmers to others along the agricultural value chain. In particular, we're looking at both FMCG or CPG companies who are both dependent on small-scale farming for their products and who are looking to have a more inclusive and ethical supply chain. And we're also looking at agricultural input and suppliers for those whose products are heavily dependent on weather, like seeds, fertilizer, and pesticide. So the market for this is massive. Right now, 40% of the world's population lives in the tropics, and by 2050, they expect that 55% of the world's population is going to live there. This means that for companies whose products, like foods and beverages, are dependent on many of the crops that are grown here, cocoa, palm oil, shea, maize, rice, hundreds of different crops are grown here, that we're going to be able to help stabilize and increase yields in this area. We are perfectly positioned to do this because not only is our forecasting more accurate, but our product is designed specifically for these regions and for these sectors. We have, in fact, seen fantastic traction in this market. Currently, we have over 700,000 farmers who are subscribed directly and paying for our service. And we've also seen great industry recognition, both on the technological side and in the market side, with recognition from MIT and Google, who named us one of their moonshot products due to our forecasting model, and as well as working with brands like Unilever, Co-op, and Swiss Re. So to support our growth this coming and in future years, we have a great team. The founders were meteorologists, physicists working at NASA with PhDs who have designed this model and are now supported by a team of management and advisors who have over 30 years experience growing business in emerging markets, particularly within agriculture and the mobile industry. So now, what we are looking to do now is form strategic corporate partnerships with those in the food, beverage, and agricultural supply chain so that we're able to both, one, help you with your small-scale farming products, stabilize the chain, but then also help forecasting and business operations. So if you'd like to hear more, please see me after. Thank you. Questions? Okay, I think that was 3 questions, but I'll take them. So we're not actually raising an investment round right now. We just closed a Series A. What we're really looking to do with these corporate partnerships is expand our customer reach and diversify our sales channels. Technology itself is incredibly scalable. We have a single forecasting model that's run every day, and whether that is, one forecast that we send out or a million forecasts doesn't change. We actually have small-scale farmers paying for this, as well as NGOs and development agencies currently, who then pay for the forecasts themselves. But yeah, the subscription model is directly to these farmers. Yeah?
Just to be clear, you don't put additional follow-up on you don't put additional sensors on the ground to get down to
No, that's actually one of the reasons why our model is so scalable is we're dependent mostly on satellite or other remote sensing data sets. All right, thanks guys.
Next up we have Jonathan from Your Road.